VCR Redux will begin in T-minus 5 minutes.
What the fart is VCR Redux?
It's the show where we take movies from the VCR era and bring them back to today.
How do we do that?
Well, we start by talking about a VHS classic, and usually you'll say something like,
I haven't been this uncomfortable since I watched Meatballs 4, Meatballs to the Rescue with my parents. Oh yeah, or you'll say something stupid like,
I wish we lived in a world where the Garbage Pail Kids made as many movies as the Muppets.
but I know you'll always see it through with a positive attitude.
I hate this movie, I hate being here, I hate all of this. Oh, Jamie Kennedy. Oh, well, shit. Well, let's go for this.
He was in Son of Mask. This is genius.
I am not a gamer. I'd rather read books. I'm just
Ian's like the old lady that's like, I got video game monsters, I got toy monsters in here.
As long as we respect the passion and the artistry that went into these films.
You know, obviously they took this movie, it's 93, right? And you're like, what do you want to see in your Mario movie? And they're like, oh, we want it to be grim, we want a lot of death, we want tits and ass.
Oh, and then we start the pitch ideas with modern day sequels like
Weekend at Bernie's 3, Cocaine Mountain.
Sometimes we take it kinda seriously.
I'll watch a Paul Verhoeven alien movie.
oh my gosh, that alien will have more vaginas than anything you've ever seen in your life. Sometimes this Hawaiian shirted fool will pitch something stupid like,
I would take out the virtual reality stuff and just have it be about Jeff Fahey mowing the lawn.
Sometimes the best pitches come from the live chat.
Alex Bonafonte also pitches Grand Theft Starfighter Vice Galaxy.
wait, I thought I had the best pitches.
And what happens at the end of the movie? The ultimate fart. The fart that the warmth goes like all the way down to your socks.
The only rules are, there are no rules. Sometimes we cross over franchises.
Only the truck from Tango and Cash can kill Christine.
And sometimes we travel back in time.
Like 1995 is missing a good Universal Soldier sequel.
But you never know what we're gonna pitch next.
What do you want? Do you want Daniel Stern behind like a muzzled mask? Like,
We all know it should be Pesci behind the mask, and like underneath the mask, you should hear him going like fritter, 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 fritter.
you are so proud of yourself for that one. I can't stand you.
I would also love to see a Charles Bronson version of It's a Wonderful Life.
What?
Direct to DVD.
If you made a shot-for-shot remake of Scarface with Goofy as Al Pacino, it would be amazing. Gosh, you need me to be the bad guy.
It's like the worst 1987 Disney movie Disney ever made. Schlongo, directed by Jim Wynorski.
Like, I would watch a whole bowl of that.
Do the John Holmes story. Add a comedy spin to it.
Wow, the Wonderland murders are so funny.
I'd watch it on my mobile.
Something happens and he goes into a coma. He gets like, hit by a car or something. I know this is dark, but like, bear with me. He's got to go on.
Did you just go like Hard to Kill with Ferris Bueller?
I'd watch it on my iPad.
If you want to just like throw in the kitchen sink, I mean, it all works. Like Alien versus Predator versus RoboCop, like if that works. Alien versus Predator versus Terminator, that works.
Alien versus Predator versus Ernest, that works.
That works.
I respect everything you just said. I need David Silver and Terry Silver and the Sloan family all learning the Quicksilver, but they're doing it in Breakin' 3 Hydraulic Boogaloo. And it's underwater. It's gonna be incredible. Eat your fucking shit out, James Cameron. I got the underwater movie you can't touch.
That was the most disgusting thing I've ever heard in my life.
Mr. Toxie Goes to Washington.
My ass would be in the theater tomorrow.
If Harley Quinn gets 7 movies, then Tank Girl should get at least 70.
That's the stupidest thing I've ever heard of in my life.
I mean, why should we even bother with Look Who's Talking when Air Bud is soaring to new highs?
All I know is I want Danny McBride.
I want him doing anything other than writing Halloween movies, honestly. Anything that keeps him away from that fucking job, I'm for it.
Just let him talk out of his butt. I don't care how he does it.
I'd rather not.
Austin Powers doing the Macarena.
That would be the opening credits. Come on.
But we have not yet had Die Hard on a half pipe. What if John McClane Jr. was a pro skateboarder and also an avid machine gun enthusiast? Skater Die Hard.
virtual people. Welcome to the 207th episode of VCR Redux. We take your favorite franchises out of the analog era and bring them back to 2025. I'm your host, pop culture punk Chris Stiles, joined as always by my co-host with the most complaints, film professor Ian Klink.
Are you ready for some football?
And we have two radical guests on the show tonight. First up, the third leg of our video tripod himself, Mac Daddy Mickey Torres is Mick back on the show.
What's up, everyone?
And rounding out this righteous crew, the VCR's favorite location scout, Michael Ricci is back on the show.
This is my program. I'll say who starts around here.
This is my program tonight.
Oh
I love
gosh,
it.
you just peed in the corner of this podcast. How dare you?
Hey, if you gotta go, you gotta go.
Yes, we have warmth dripping down our legs, and that God, that came out so wrong. Anyway, we are here today to tackle some traffic, to rev up on roids, and to make snot bubbles come out of Mickey's nose. That's right, folks. This world needs the program too, and we're here to give it to you. But before Ian tweaks out on gas station steroids, we got a dish on how the program came into our lives and what we love about it. And of course, that goes double for you at home and everyone watching the live chat. Was it Love at First Laserdisc, Vital VHS? Hit us up in the chat and let us know how the program came into your lives. But Michael, when did you first get programmed?
Well, I would have been 10 years old when it came out, so I don't think I saw it when it came out. But I definitely was a fan of football and started hearing about it as I was into my teens. So I think by 95, 96, I actually see it on VHS and this collection that my grandfather had in the basement that I mentioned. He had liquor stores, and he had a tenant, I think, that was a video store, and he just inherited all that and had all these videos. So I saw a lot of stuff on VHS. And it was a movie that had a mystique. Everyone was talking about how illicit it was, that there was drugs and steroids and football and paying people and bribery and throwing games and whatever, all the worst shit. And so it was almost like a horror movie and something. What did you see? What happened? Were there boobs?
I love back when movies were contraband. Yes.
Yes.
Yes. Great
It
time.
felt like that, right? I remember the only other time I remember something like that really was later when Donnie Darko came out, and it was Columbine, and it was have you seen this Donnie Darko? No one really wants you to see it, Columbine, and some of that sounds insensitive, and I just mean that's what people were saying,
I mean, that was the time you kind of had to be there.
Yeah. And with this movie, I knew about NFL football, but I didn't really get college football yet. So when I saw this, I was starting to be whoa, is this what college is going to be like too,
It is, I think, sorry to jump in, but I think it is probably the most daring look at college football as a movie. I mean,
Yes.
everything else is super kid comedy.
I
clubs,
would have to
unnecessary
go to
roughness,
Blue Chips or something from this to do something similar to this.
Oh yeah, Blue Chips is
And my only problem with this, I guess, to flash forward because you cut me off.
Sorry.
No, it's cool. It's one of my favorite movies for two reasons. It was illicit when I was younger, and then I went to the University of South Carolina. That's where I went to college, and I ended up there for 5 years. That's where they filmed this movie. That's the stadium. They filmed it all near there. I know all the spots there. Most of the campus is Duke University. They went to the University of Iowa for that game. They went to BC, and I think they went to one other school. But I know all the spots it was filmed. I'm a location scout. I love football. I have a show about football. I went to school on this campus. This is my episode. This is great.
I love
this
it.
is even a shirt from a bar in downtown Columbia called Village Idiot, which I go to. This is the most perfect movie for all of those reasons. If you could have a movie shot in a place that you love where you do stuff about all the stuff that you like. And that's my experience with this movie, end of rant.
I love it. That was all poetry. A beautiful poem of love to a deeply personal movie for me. We'll get to more on that later. First, Mac Daddy Mickey Torres. Was this a McDate? This could have been.
It could have been. I mean, but I do remember watching this on.
He has
on
so many
VHS.
he doesn't remember all of them.
Well,
this was a while ago, guys.
So
This came
many
out
times,
today.
So many movies.
Yeah. Well, I mean, like 93, right?
Yeah.
I was a
September of
junior.
'93.
junior in high
like
school.
30 friggin'
probably.
years ago.
That was probably
Yeah,
junior
32
in
years
high
ago today.
So like, it is what it is. But I think I saw it on VHS. I did not go to see it in the theaters. I don't know why I wouldn't have seen it in theaters because you know, again, I'm such a football nerd as far as in the case. Not as much on the college side. So maybe it was like if it were a pro football movie, maybe I would have been like there. But college side, I wasn't really, and I haven't been so much. So I do follow, like I was born in Syracuse, so I do follow Syracuse area, you know, for a little bit, and you know, I'll watch the games, whatever case may. Not as much as I was into it, you know, back in the old days. So now I'm just a casual fan of college football.
Yeah.
But I was aware of, you know, being a football fan and stuff like that. You hear the stories of Lyle Azedo and like so many other people, like steroids and stuff like that, and everything like that. So I was interested in seeing something that was going to show the ugliness of football, and you know, honestly, like looking at something that, you know, you hear about the pros, but you don't know how these guys got to the pros.
Yeah,
So
that's the thing with this movie is the steroid thing came with it. And like for me, thinking about drugs, like as a kid, intravenous drugs would be the worst kind of drugs that you could
for
possibly
sure.
be doing,
I'm
right?
I'm afraid of
if it
needles.
changes your
So
body.
there was never a chance of me being a heroin addict because I'm afraid of needles. I hate needles. But in all you know sense of the word, and you know, obviously, and then there's a lot of people in here that you like. Craig Sheffer is probably the most common. Jay's Caan as well, but you know,
There's a lot
obviously,
of other talent in this movie, and that's part of
huge
it.
fan of like Some Kind of Wonderful, and then so many other movies.
But
and
you
stuff
can
like
I love
that.
Craig Sheffer. He's
movie...
Craig Sheffer's a guy that like he just barely missed out on so many iconic things here. And they're like, he was supposed to be in Lost Boys. He was supposed to be, I think, in like Breakfast Club or one of the earlier Hughes movies. You know, not Some Kind of Wonder, not playing the bad guy in Some Kind of Wonder. I think he was supposed to be like Bender or something like that. You know.
Yeah. Yeah, and we've talked about it, Chris. He went on this like bender these few years, like when this.
Oh
movie
yeah,
was
and he
made,
turned down
was,
Weird
like...
Science. That's right. He turned down Weird Science. Rob Downey Jr. even like said like they're like, how'd your career get started? He's like, Craig Sheffer turned down Weird Science, and here we go.
Yeah,
you know.
But I would say, I mean, I know we talked about it, you know, off camera, but I'll say it on camera, is that Craig Sheffer was probably too old to be playing a college student.
Oh yeah, but that's
of course, but yeah,
and that's
like Rico, you love it.
This freaking movie.
High school students and other
He's
movies
got less
are like
hair
40.
than I do. Are you kidding me? He should be
the
this
one
tall.
thing. That's the one thing
Scott
about
looks
the
like
movie.
He's 25 next to this fart.
Yeah, I don't mind it here. He's fine. I think with this movie, it just becomes a little too much of. Well, I'll take a step back. The other thing I don't like here is that it feels like a major league movie. It didn't distance itself enough. A lot of the music is the same director, same writer, sports
Definitely,
guy.
yeah.
Like
the
music is very adjacent. For a little while, they use rock songs and songs.
We're coming back to this. Oh, we're coming back to this later. All right.
That's my only other thing about this movie. Like, I love obviously where they shot it. I love a lot of the talent. Omar Epps is actually really good in this movie. Like, really good.
What?
Oh my God,
James Caan might be one of the better
he's
coaches
not
with like Al
smiling the
Pacino from Any
entire
Given
movie?
Sunday.
What? Is that man happy in anything?
What's that?
No, that's the whole point.
I watched 8 seasons of House. He never smiles once. This
Who are we
entire
talking about?
movie. Omar Epps, he never smiles.
Well, the
It's
character's
just-
not
I
supposed
don't
to be
know.
a smiley guy. He's supposed to be
Oh,
tough
knock it
from
off.
the
You
hood.
kiss Halle
He's-
Berry and you're not going to smile. Get out of
I
here.
just love it.
But you
because-
got to
He wasn't-
compete with
he-
fucking Dr. Cosby, you know.
Yeah,
I don't
he
care.
wasn't
Omar Epps is my
smiling
favorite
at
part
the
of
at the
Major
roller
League
rink.
too, so I'm fine with that.
Or the ice skating rink. He wasn't smiling then. I think he
He was
was.
smiling in the
There was half-
library
there
when
was
he's telling
maybe
those
half
funny
a
stories about his
smile.
family.
He was
and shit.
smiling when he was kissing Halle. That's for sure.
Whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, I ripped off Rocky too. Whatever. Get out of here.
All right. Ian, Iowa Ian's got some grievances to air. Why don't we let him take a sip from his snifter and
Yeah, or we
you
could
know,
go to the
let some
live chat. That would
pretentiousness.
probably
My
be more fun.
grievance to air is that I don't get it. I don't get it. I don't.
You wouldn't. You don't know football. You
I
wouldn't.
don't get.
Yeah, you're not a sports
I-
fan.
I don't get pinochle. I don't get it.
So
what?
Ian, I get it. Like Ian
Look,
is
the
probably
main
as far.
thing for me, Mickey's gonna agree with me, Ian's going to disagree, and eventually Chris will be with us on the majority.
And
This
then-
movie literally slaps with the hits. The sound design, when they're hitting each other, when they're talking trash,
Oh,
when
yeah,
they're
yeah.
hitting.
What?
That's what
Like, it's very realistic.
What? It slaps
Very
with
realistic.
the Vikings' giant butt is on screen taking steroids.
That's not what I'm
It
talking about.
slaps
I'm
like-
just talking about
No,
the
this
football
is-
action
listen,
in this movie
my
hits
first
hard.
I love it.
My
The only other
first
thing that
time-
hits as hard as this movie for football action is Any Given Sunday, I would
All
say.
right, all right, all right.
Is the only
Time
other
out. Take a knee.
There's a lot of good.
My
there's
first
a lot of good
time.
football.
Time out.
Take
Okay,
a
coach.
knee.
Invincible.
You have
Give
bench.
your whistle.
Drink some Gatorade. The
Don't
point-
ever let me see you
first
miss a block
time-
like that again.
First time I watched this movie was yesterday. Let me tell you.
Then what are you doing here?
Let me tell
missed
you,
out, man.
Let me tell you why I have post-traumatic stress disorder from this movie. Okay. One.
You got beat up by that jock.
No, I didn't. No, you know why? Because I was in the library reading books, so they didn't come near me.
They didn't come near you. Yeah.
These farts. Everybody in this movie was collecting AARP then. James Caan, where was he? I saw a guy that looks like James Caan, right? I saw a guy who was supposed to be James Caan, but he wasn't. He just kind of
Because the movie's called The Program.
I know, and
it's
he's part
about
of the
all
program.
he's part of the program.
Start a
He has
program
some
where
great
James
scenes where
Caan
he
is in
tells
this
off the
movie
media,
because I saw
where
this
he
week.
takes his keys.
I'm
saw this-
sorry, but if I'm trying to sell this movie, I'm gonna sell it with like Halle Berry, Christy Swanson, Craig
Yeah.
Sheffer, Omar Epps,
Yeah.
not 70 fucking year old James Caan. Like
No.
that doesn't get asses in seats. Like
You
The only
mean-
thing
sorry.
it doesn't have is
You mean
like cameos.
brown hair
It should
Christy
have more
Swanson?
cameos.
You don't even
Yeah.
give me blonde Christy Swanson?
Well,
No,
at the
they
time,
specifically
Please
wanted
don't.
it this way.
Brown hair Christy Swanson is still hot. Like
I
Christy
didn't
Swanson's
say
hot.
that. Did those words escape these lips? No,
This
the
movie
you
is
made it a
dark,
point.
Like it
When I-
needed
You made it a point to
darkness.
say like
Excuse me,
we don't get
excuse-
blonde
excuse
Christy
me,
Swanson. We
excuse
get
me.
brown hair.
if I may finish. You guys are gonna make me take Tylenol here. Oh wait, I can't. The point is that
Don't give it to the
full of
babies.
autism, I swear.
you're gonna
Don't
you're
give it
gonna,
to the babies. Don't give it to the babies.
You're gonna give me one, the greatest character in the entire movie, who has like the best moments ever, is I can't remember his name, but he's the what do you call it? The guy that tackles the people in the front.
The linebacker, Dwayne
Yeah.
Davis,
Are
Alvin
you
Mack.
talking about Latimer, the blonde guy?
No,
No,
not
no,
this,
the black
not
guy.
The,
The
not the one
best
with the
blonde
butt.
in the movie?
No,
Nah,
the-
he's
the-
talking
the-
about Parker Lewis can't lose guy.
Oh,
no,
yeah,
I
yeah,
love
yeah,
him. No,
yeah,
I love
yeah.
him. I love it. No, the other one who breaks his leg and
Parker
Yeah.
Lewis can't lose.
It's
Alvin
not-
Mack, played
You're
by
gonna
Dwayne
break-
Davis.
you're gonna
Brilliant.
break his leg. The best character in the movie. You're gonna take him out.
Because that's the heartbreak. That's what makes it real.
Dude,
That's the
his leg
point.
is
Break
broken.
the Vikings' leg. Don't break the greatest. Listen,
That's the
Yeah,
point.
I agree
That's
that
the
that would
point.
be
That
nice, but we
pathos.
don't live in a world where that shit happens. We
It
live in a
happens.
world where the
That's what
fucking guy who
happens.
deserves to get there gets his leg broken, and the guy
I
who
saw
doesn't
guys
Look,
need-
gets
look,
through
I
fucking
saw guys
school.
need to
Every
go
time I
completely
watch
the other
this-
direction.
every time I watch, what is it, hockey? What's it called?
Any sport?
Football, whatever it is. Every time I watch it, I get confused about that stupid yellow line. It takes 15 years to get 10 minutes out of a game. Like I don't
I mean,
get
you're not
it.
wrong about these. That's why I love movie football, because you just get the fucking plays that are important.
Ugh.
you get
Can you
those in
just
slow
like take
motion.
care of this and then we'll come
cut
back
to
to the
the,
episode?
cut to the last 10 minutes of the game where anything actually happened. And then you're gonna cut out the sound at a great moment at the end of this game where they're
That's a
about
great choice. That's a brilliant choice. I
no,
love that.
no, you give me the slow motion shot or go home. All right. And what does this director do? Cuts out sound. I think something's going to happen. To be honest, I had to fart, so I leaned over to my left and it happened. And then the game was over. I had to rewind the stupid movie.
Okay. All right. I think he's done. So we will get to my first time getting programmed. And we'll let Ian deprogram himself for a second there. But before all that, I want to check in with the live chat and see how all two of you who are watching tonight. Thank you so much, by the way. This is a deeply personal film, and I'm glad, sincerely from the bottom of my heart, to everyone who's here. And kicking it off, I see Cobra Kai Never Dies, our good friend Joanne. We missed you, Joanne. Glad to have you back. Mikey Riffraff, the mashup genius, Diane McFry. Thank you so much. Actually, I haven't seen that name in a while. Whiskey 41, the great Alex Bonafonte, Caitlin Allman, America's Next Top Model, Gold's Code, the great Sean Gold, and Helen Irving. We got some Cobra Kai fans in here. Thank you so much for tuning in, guys.
Nice.
I'm glad that the program brought you guys here today.
They got with
Whiskey
the
41
program.
says, I saw this in theaters and remember it being a sneak preview screening and the Sports Illustrated in-road reading was intact. Starting defense, go football, sports, grand slam dunk, 5 points, triple Lindy celebration. So that is high praise right there.
That mean?
Because that means he's an American, sir. That's what that means. He's a great American. So because he said a sneak preview screening, I do want to address something about this movie that is legendary and you know, I will circle back to this, but there's a scene from this film that was deleted, and this is why this movie felt like contraband. I don't know if you know of this, Ian, but it's available on YouTube, the deleted scene for this movie, and I really wish you could get it and with a cut that it still is. Rumor has it the Australian and Hong Kong Laserdisc release has this scene on it. If so, I would pay stupid fucking money for that.
Yeah, but then you need an Australian player and like the whole.
I have region free,
and you're fine.
You have a region free Laserdisc player?
I might. Don't think I fucking won't.
It might be in.
If I got a copy of the
not be
program
the right
on laser, then I would with the deleted scene, motherfucker. I have a bootleg Blu-ray of the program.
But either way, that scene is
the entire football team lays down in traffic after a drunken night at the bar, and they're like, you know, about how they can, you know, stay cool under pressure. And it's kind of like it goes into the Joe Kane being a wild man, like dodging trains and jumping motorcycles, and now they lay down in traffic, and like coach says, you know, look at how well I handle pressure, blah 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 blah. And the thing is, some dumb meathead kids did that and got themselves like severely injured or paralyzed or whatever.
Around the same time, Beavis and Butthead, same thing.
Yes, and they did a special. That's right. Thank you for bringing that up. They did a special on Entertainment Tonight blaming Hollywood because some kid burned down his trailer, and then he blamed Beavis and Butthead because they say fire, fire, fire. And then these kids who did the program thing, which was genuine imitation, you know, but still, it's crazy to me that like
if I needed another reason not to watch this movie.
No, that's a fucking, first of all, I like that scene. I think it fits the movie, and I think if people are fucking dumb enough to do that, then they're dumb enough to hurt other people, and that's just fucking nature taking care of a problem right there. I'm sorry. I don't wish death on anyone. I don't wish death on anyone, but like if you're dumb enough to fucking actually lay down in traffic because you saw it in a movie, then fucking freedom to you, America. I guess I don't know.
But it is cool in that it creates this other cut and this for us to talk about, like you said, like it's sort of lore of
the legend of this movie. It does kind of keep it around.
You know what? Honestly, like I don't think I've ever seen the scene because
it's available on YouTube. It's just the program.
Yeah, you can watch it.
Thousands of comments on
it because it did seem like, I mean, like that probably would have made more sense as far as Joe's train scene. Because I just assumed that, like, you know, he was just, you know, suicidal. Like, you know, he was the pressure and everything like that was just that, or whatever case it be. No,
it was funny. So if anything, maybe it does add weight to the train scene then, because it isn't just another instance of him going crazy to have it cut out. But I do find the story of it being cut out very interesting because it was cut out by projectionists. It was told these are where you cut. And you cut this out, and it was like cut within the first week of its release while it was still in theaters.
Yeah, that's wild.
And that's how we still have the trims, because they didn't tell you cut the scene out and destroy it. They said cut the scene out. We don't care what the fuck you do with it. And some guy preserved it, and that's why it's on YouTube now. Some projectionist. I just think what a fascinating time. Projectionists were like true artisans.
Job to have. Like it was the job.
It was a skill. It was a dangerous job. You're playing with chemicals and things. Like it's very flammable.
For the
it's
cigarette burns to turn on this one, just so you can wait to then load this one and turn that one. I talk about that with my students all the time about the hardship, especially like when sound came in. Right? Imagine they had it down to a teeth, and then they got to play this record at the same time. They got to flip this project. I mean, like those.
Before they had the sync strip. Yeah.
But
that's we're getting inside baseball here. Get back to live chat though.
Football,
sorry, I went too far on that. But you guys can talk about
X's and O's.
No. I rambled too long, and then you paid the price. I'm sorry.
Farting on.
We
You know,
gotta.
here's my problem.
Oh God, another one.
Here's
Okay.
what it is.
Did we find a movie that he hates more than Airborne?
Yeah, probably.
Maybe.
Why?
I can't wait to
Hopefully
see
it's
what Sean Gold
Congo.
pitches.
You gave me David S. Ward, the
Yeah.
man responsible for one of the greatest sports movies in the history of mankind with
Major League 2.
Huh?
Major League 2, obviously.
I thought he did one.
No, he did both.
He did both. He also did King Ralph.
Good. This
Deep
man,
cut.
though,
The Goodman
one of the
joint.
greatest sports.
He also wrote
comics of all
Sleepless in
time.
Seattle.
And you get college football. One of the
And The Sting. He wrote the movie The Sting as well.
I
nobody
didn't know that.
Yes.
Wow.
nobody remembers the biography of the wrestler.
You don't
But
remember any
is,
of those
the
movies? You don't remember
The
Down
Sting.
Periscope? That's
I
a
know.
classic. That's a classic.
Man, that was a
Nice.
joke for Mickey.
This,
But
this thing.
yeah, he got it. But I was sitting here hoping, literally hoping, this was going to be a comedy. I really wanted the necessary roughness of college football.
Why? Go watch
Replacements.
that. That is college football.
Go watch that. Yes, that's a good
Yeah,
one.
but
We
it's
should
still
do it
like
on the show.
60-year-olds.
We
Now
live
I
in
gotta-
a world where you can have like like Dunkin' Donuts and Starbucks. It's your
Yeah.
choice.
If anything, Ian, it could be
Go watch
more
The
like, say,
Replacements. Go
Last
watch any
Boy
other
Scout,
college
like
football
more
movie.
action.
I could watch
like
the
that.
program. Do you know how much I wanted James Caan to just start telling jokes? I was.
He was good. He tells
Why?
jokes to the
He
media.
doesn't. But like, how
Yeah.
funny would it have been if this was like a
He does- I
comedy?
mean-
That's what I wanted. I
You want My Fellow Americans. You don't want hard-hitting college football.
You don't
That's
want
what,
gritty.
Ian, this
you don't-
opens
like,
on
yeah. You don't feel
wetness
like
and-
this could be a gritty. You don't feel like a football.
Yeah, I think you
movie
want
could
James
be a,
Garner.
Yeah,
like,
drama, gritty. and
James
Oh
all
my
that
Garner,
god!
stuff.
If I
yeah.
had James Gardner as the coach, oh, give me all of it. Give me bad.
Yeah,
You
where's
want
Angela
Maverick?
Lansbury?
Hey, Walter
It's a
Matthau
murder
is the
mystery.
college
Let me tell you
coach.
why. Let me tell you a story. I had the pleasure of doing a Q&A panel with Craig Schaffer, and I will say this, and I'll get back to live chat. But James, this is why I think James Caan was great in this movie. When he met Craig Schaffer, he shook his hand, and Craig Schaffer says, "I never had anyone squeeze my hand so hard in all my life." He squeezed my hand until I'm literally down on my knees looking up at him, and he puts his fucking face up to mine and says, "Just showing you who's in charge on this film, or whatever. Just showing you who's in charge, kid."
I would
And
have
it's
loved to
like-
have seen that guy on screen.
I think you do. I think, if
do.
anybody
Maybe
shows,
get
if
wet
anybody
noodle
brings me
on
this ball
screen.
back other than you, you're gonna wish you were never born. I believe that.
You
I
don't-
don't.
I
You
mean,
don't even
like-
have to back that up.
Well,
James
give
Caan is
some
in a
credit
lot of
to-
the scenes.
Give
A
some
lot of the
credit to
scenes.
Scheffer. He tried to do a lot of his own stunts, and he took some big hits.
Yeah.
And he got his bell rung.
He shouldn't have at 64 years old.
I mean, they
Craig
did
Schaffer
make this
is
30
one of
years
America's
ago. Ian.
great
30
ones. I'm
years.
telling you.
Yes, all of these college
30
guys
years ago?
were at least 30 years old plus. I mean, these guys literally went to Perkins at 4:30 in the morning. These guys are not college
Perkins.
football players. It's
All right.
ridiculous.
So let's see. Where did we leave off in the live chat? I see Gold's Code. Him saying this movie was on TV here and there. I saw parts of it. It was no Rudy, I tell you that. Zangief, you look great. Oh wait, that's Michael Ricci. That's why. Oh, dishing on Zangief even when he's not on the show. That's cold as ice.
That's tough. Yeah, he doesn't
Whiskey
like
41 says the program beats Rudy at Gold's Code, so we got a little battle going on here.
Oh.
Gold's Code though, fine, it beats Rudy, but not Little Giants. So
Rudy,
Ooh,
now
there's
that's
Oh,
a
come on.
good
I would say
movie.
Any Given Sunday, Necessary
Oh, there's a
Roughness,
lot of great
lot
football
of
movies.
other-
There's
And
a
I
lot
know
of
this
great
is not the
football
one you would
movies.
expect
I
us to
love
do first.
football movies in general. To me, there's not a bad football movie. I can't.
Draft
I can't think
Day.
of one.
Draft Day is a bad football movie.
Remember the
yeah,
Titans?
I'll still take it. I'll still take it.
Corey, this one. Sorry.
So Whiskey 41, interestingly saying
Look at
Omar
his
Epps and
eyes.
Jesse
Look at those
Ventura are
eyes.
great in Black
like a-
Thunder, White Lightning, which is one of my favorite fake movies of all time from Major
Yeah.
League 2. If I could make any movie real, that would be like in my top 5 choices, I think.
Mickey looks like he's gonna put a skull on his face and show me his butt.
So
There's another one like that. Someone the other day was talking to me about Casa de Mi Padre, and I'm like, that's the funniest movie that
Yeah.
shouldn't exist. It doesn't make sense, but it's
What is
it's
it
I
from?
love that movie though.
It's the
It's,
Will
uh,
Ferrell one where
Will Ferrell, when he speaks Spanish.
and he has a lot of Spanish actors and it's like a
love
Will
it.
Ferrell
I love
comedy,
it.
but it's called
It's a real
Casa de
movie?
Mi, which means like House of the Father. Yeah, it is a
Oh,
real
okay.
movie. Yeah, It's like Napoleon
father's
Dynamite or
house.
something.
I know
It's
the
like
one.
his
I know
father's
the one you're talking about.
Yeah,
My
but
father's
just
house.
like when there's a movie that existed, like Nacho Libre is another one. Like shouldn't really exist. Really weird movie, but it's there and it's kind of funny.
Okay, I also must
So-
say this. I must.
Oh my gosh.
I must apologize that the Iowa
Apology accepted.
had to be changed in a movie this bad. I apologize to all the Hawkeye fans out there because no way.
You don't even know the game of football, let
The
alone what
state
a
of
Hawkeye
Iowa is
fan
not moved by
would-
your words, sir.
No, I will say this, and one, Holly Berry, great. Is this her first? Is this her one?
No,
No.
Last Boy Scout,
In fact,
Boomerang.
she was in
She
the
was
Last
in a
Boy
lot of shit
Scout.
before
She was
this.
in
I
the second
like that.
football movie.
I liked Holly Berry. I really did. I thought they were going to do a Ted Lasso with this movie.
What?
I
don't
really
even know what that is.
really thought that it was going to be taken like like it's taken so seriously that it's a comedy in its seriousness. I really was actually thinking about that when I first started watching it. So maybe I will say this:
Okay.
maybe I went into it with wrong intentions, and I was misled in my own head, and that's probably why I thought that maybe it wasn't the greatest football experience of all time, even though I don't even know what that could be.
Right, you would not know what that was.
I
Yeah.
watched the Super Bowl, whatever. I get it.
You do? You watch the Super Bowl? You
watch for the-
He watches the
understand?
commercials. Any rate, getting back to the live chat. Just don't want anyone to feel left out here. Whiskey 4 was saying, my dad wasn't watching me either, Ian. The script was in his clipboard. The yellow line is only on TV. Meg Klink, by the way, in the chat. Mama Klink says, we watch Iowa football all the time. Ian, how can you say that? It's in bold. Mama Klink sounds angry. You better backpedal a little fucking
Mama
faster, my
Klink.
I
friend.
do. I don't.
Coach
I-
Klink sounds like
they
Coach
watch
Klink.
the game. I sit there and read a book. Like I don't.
Oh my God.
Get
She
out
right
of
now
here.
she's saying like, did I raise this kid? Did I
And-
really raise this kid?
Well, thank God. Thank God the guy who hates football the most has weighed in the most on the program.
In
so
the
far.
interest in talking more about the movie, they did make it in South Carolina, and when you look in the audience here, you can see fans wearing this stuff because it was like that's why it was kind of similar. But the
The
ECU,
colors, yeah.
but the ECU thing is supposed to be FSU, Florida State. That's who they're
FSU,
aiming
Oh,
at.
right?
ESU,
Yeah.
ESU.
They're the
Yeah.
same
But
color.
Craig Sheffer got him to call it ESU because he went to East Stroudsburg University where
There
he
you go.
was the
There you go.
quarterback. Yeah, so-
But they did it in South Carolina, and in fact, I'll bring up a different background photo. It's still the same stadium that was there. Like they've added to it and renovated it, whatever. It's called Williams Bryce. They call it the clamshell a little bit because of what it looks like. Hold on, let me bring up this photo.
It does a little bit.
They got it in this one. See that stadium in the background? That's the same one now. And there's this sick shot because like they got this practice field to film here with Sheffer, and you could see the stadium in the background, and that's pretty awesome.
I did
Can't
love that.
do this
love
now. I think there's
love the
condos
shots
there.
where it's like from the helmet view. Like they have
Yes, I do have one of those photos.
did-
Ian,
I did-
let
I
me
thought
go
those were
retrieve
cool.
that for you.
That was
The
cool.
Omar
The
Epps
filmmaker.
shots,
knew
Yes.
what-
All right, here we go, Ian. Common ground.
some
There
really good
was
filmmaking
some
in this,
filming
yeah.
technique on this film
Yeah,
that hadn't really been done,
I
like
would say
this,
as
the
a
helmet
fil-
cam,
yeah,
which
as
was
a
pretty
film,
good.
I
Yeah.
think it's really neat. It's just story wise.
See, I totally disagree, and we'll get to that in a sec. But I got to finish with the live chat first. So actually, I think it's just pitches now. So I guess I am finished with the live chat.
We're
So I'll
not
get to my
there
first
yet.
time.
Yeah.
I'll get to my first time getting programmed. So growing up in the northwest suburbs of a little town called Chicago, Illinois,
Chicago.
we were all worshiping Christy Swanson from the second Buffy the Vampire Slayer came out on
Nice.
VHS.
Yeah.
Like she was like every kid in town was like in love with Christy Swanson. Like
Yeah.
it's just like a unanimous
sure.
decision.
For
Like
sure.
I assume it was like that in many towns across America. So
You would be correct, sir.
whenever anything with Christy Swanson came out, we saw it, whether it was The Chase, The Phantom, Deadly Friend, or Flowers in the
Chase.
Attic airing on TV,
Chase,
whatever it
Charlie
was.
Sheen?
These are all movies I would love to
Yeah,
do
yeah.
on VCR someday.
No.
Of course, this is
Flowers
we
in
do
the
not.
Attic was a tough watch.
Yeah, that's
That's a
tough.
tough
I
one.
wouldn't do that.
You
Now
know.
that's a book I read while my parents watched a football game. So
That was like
That
on one
explains a lot
time, but
about
my
you.
wife was like, "What movie is that?" And I was like, "I
Yeah.
don't want
We're
to."
not gonna. You don't want to watch this.
They're in the attic, though. They live in the attic.
dare you
Yeah,
people.
yeah.
Ian sticking up for VC Andrews, fighting a tough
Right.
fight. So, anyway, this was a
Go
movie that I
VC.
saw. So I was huge on Major League, huge on Christy Swanson. As soon as this came out on VHS, we saw it. We'd heard about the deleted scene. The scene where someone died and blah blah blah. So it kind of made the movie have some mystique, some extra coolness.
Yeah.
The steroid thing made it feel again more contraband, like whatever. I don't know, there's just a lot about this movie that I really liked, and it was a really good movie at the time. If you were into the film offerings of 1993, this was a great one. It opened up at number 2, by the way, to put a fucking puss on Ian's face there for a second.
And what did it come in behind?
What was it behind? It was behind The Good Son, Macaulay Culkin. Yeah, so
Yeah,
what a time to be alive, folks.
Yeah.
But it was ahead of The Fugitive, Striking Distance with Bruce Willis, The Age of Innocence by Martin Scorsese, Warlock, The Armageddon, Undercover Blues, Jurassic Park,
Fugitive was
Joy
like
Luck
week
Club,
2
Man
or
Without a
3 or
Face,
something
Hocus
like
Pocus. Like it was ahead of some intense fucking movies.
93
So
was wild.
Yeah, 93,
93
was
was a
wild.
fucking time to be alive, folks. A hell of a time to be at the theaters too.
At least we forget Art Target with Jean.
So, and there's yes, Hart Target. I love that. Great pronunciation.
Oh,
So-
got to do that. I got to do some JCVD.
So this movie, it fell right into like when I was like, 9, 10 years old, when I finally saw it, 94 probably on video, it was just like, oh, this is Major League for football. And I really loved it as that. And I was like, plus it has Christy Swanson and Halle Berry. This is great, Plus this is a little more 90s, a little more now, a little more this, a little more that. However, I have since grown layers and levels of appreciation for this movie. First of all, Craig Sheffer is perfect in this movie. I don't want to see anyone else play Joe Kane. No one else could do what he did. Joe Kane is kind of my spirit animal. All right, I'm not a fucking football guy, but there's a lot of dark side. There's a lot of dark passenger in this, like the Joe Kane role when he talks about like we're all drunks and fuck ups and shit. Like that kind of stuff rings home. For, like I think a lot of guys
Chris,
can relate
it sounds
to
like a
that.
drug when you say it. Like you're gonna go do some Joe Kane.
Yeah, right. Like oh my god, dude, I get high on Joe Kane every time I watch this movie.
Dude, I'm getting high on Joe Kane right now.
Dude, I'm telling you, they're like
you'll have to do some rehab like he did too.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Oh,
Joe
and like
Kane's
his
a hell of a
dad. First of
drug.
all, his dad is perfect fucking casting if I've ever seen it. Like when he
Yes.
comes back and goes, "Yeah, that's what the damn rehab will do. He make you think about a bunch of things you can't do a damn thing about." Like spits on the
I do like
ground.
when
Like,
they're laying
give that
around
man a
watching-
I like when
fucking
he reaches
Oscar.
the beer can and puts it as
Dude.
an ornament on the
Puts
the
it on
Christmas
Merry
tree.
fucking Christmas, dude. Give that man a fucking Oscar. I don't even
Yeah.
know his name. That dude is legendary. Like,
Yeah. He's like
that is
Ebenezer
incredible.
up in here. Yeah.
And
I don't
like,
even know
this
if he ever
movie-
did
this
anything
movie-
else, but
This movie cracks what it's really about, what all sports movies need to be about for me. And that is that sports movies cannot be about sports. They have to be about something else told through sport.
All these
And
people's
that's-
lives.
All these people's lives. This is what it's
Dude,
about.
even
This
down
is
to
not a
those
fucking football
assistant-
movie.
that,
Football
like-
movies are stupid. This is a fucking great movie because this is a movie that deals with steroid use, it deals with fucking sexual assault,
Yeah.
that deals with
to.
alcoholism, that deals with like
Yeah.
failed like parenting and upbringing and like where you
These
come
are
from
still
and
issues now.
crushed
in
dreams, corrupt
NCAA, yeah.
education, like all of it.
They hit
you know?
all of it. When the booster gives him $50, that's a big deal.
Yeah. Now it's you got the NIL money and stuff like
Yeah,
that.
And it's
so-
one of the
Cam Newton almost
great
had to sit out a
build-ups.
year.
They build Alvin Mack up. Dwayne Davis, give that man an Oscar because he is the
He was
fucking
good.
Terminator. You think he's invincible
Yep.
by the time his injury comes, and that's why
Well,
it has
that's
more
his
impact than if it
life.
happened to
Dude,
Latimer.
the narratives
That's
he
his
spins,
life.
He's
That's
like
his life.
to one guy,
Yeah.
he's like, "You got my sister pregnant. She's
yeah,
in
yeah,
Oh, that
jail
shit! You're
right
gonna be
now."
my
those moments
cellmate.
were kind of
Oh,
funny.
dude,
Those
really.
moments were kind of funny. Just everybody.
Yeah.
And
What?
in the juxtaposition of him failing in school, then showing him with the film assignments in the game room, and he knows everything. Hit the tight end so
Everything.
hard he dies. Kill the quarterback. Kill everybody. Like it's
Yep.
so
They,
good.
when
like
when they show Latimer, they show all of it, dude. He headbutts those windows. He beats up that
When-
girl, and he goes back to the well because he says it to the guy. He's like, "Not all of us have that talent. Some of us need that edge.
Yeah,
and
do what you have to do to play."
And then he didn't have the edge, and they score. And then he has the edge, and they win. And he's crying on the sideline like, "I don't know what to do. I can't keep putting this poison in my body. Like, I don't know what to do."
And
It's
if
an
you're
easy
not
answer.
if you're not welling up when Alvin Mack is at home quietly, somberly giving the speech
When
from
mom gives
before.
him a hug.
All right, let the paramedics sort him out. Like, you know, oh, dude, come on. That is just heartbreak.
Honestly,
man.
maybe that's probably part of it. Maybe it's just I didn't like how the cake was made. I think the ingredients there, I just didn't like how the cake.
I think you maybe needed to see it back then. I think seeing it today is like out of time and out of place.
That's it, because I've seen. I mean, I can't help.
Any Given Sunday kind of, you know, neuters
That's
this
what I'm
movie
saying,
a little
like,
bit down the road.
I was just thinking, like, it literally in my head, I was like, well, what if Oliver Stone did? And then it's like, oh yeah, that's Any Given Sunday. Like, if it was taken by another director in a more serious approach, I think I might. I
Oliver Stone or
take it
something?
more
What are you
serious. Like, how much more serious can you take it?
I think that's what I'm saying is it looks like a major league movie.
Yes. That's
Without-
why I was saying I don't love it as much, because it is a major league movie made for football, but they added in all these heavy topics and it really hits. It actually does really hit. This movie is relevant today. It stands the test of time. It's not cringy. The football action is really good. There's a lot of big actors in it. This is a movie, actually, guys, this is one they might end up making this, because this should be. It made $20 million. Why not make another one? Like,
I would have loved if Tony.
Well, I could see this being a TV show.
A
and they
TV
do
show
have
for
that-
sure.
Yeah,
For sure.
They do have a
But
TV show that's kind of
Like, what if
Like,
Tony
why not?
Scott directed this?
I would love it. I mean, he did
I would
do
have
Last Boy
loved the
Scout,
look.
so-
I think that movie with that James Caan, with Tony Scott directing that James Caan, like if they
I would love it. Yeah, that'd be great.
You know the movie you wanted, Ian?
That's
the
my pitch.
Replacements. The one with
Yeah.
Gene Hackman.
Keanu
That's what I
Reeves.
want.
There's a lot of those kind of, yeah.
But like,
I don't see how, like, what
that's
is
my
the
pitch.
problem with the writing? I mean, like,
Ian
you're
wants like
saying,
a
like,
Michael.
better-
Ian wants like a Michael Bay halftime commercial looking
that's what I want.
football movie.
I want that.
Either that
That's
or
what
he
he
wants like
wants.
Teen Wolf.
He
or
wants,
something.
and that's why you say Tony Scott. You want it to look like Top Gun. Like, I get it. You want that fucking golden sunset.
Even the announcers.
You want
if
that
Tony
Americana.
Scott directed those
I get it.
announcers. It would be haze fogged, backlit, haloed.
So-
You know, these guys sweating with cigarettes announcing that football game. That's the football movie I want.
So we are well past pitch time anyways, and there's a few in the chat, so we're better to start. Gold's code with the first pitch, so it's probably time for Ian to cover his ears. His pitch: Sam is driving down Devil's Backbone and witnesses the race. Smitten by Mitchell, he gives him a scholarship at ESU, but Mitchell will learn that football is a whole new game and program born. Touchdown, brah. I like. Whiskey 4-1, his
Not
pitch.
Pro-born? Like, what? Like, come on. It's all right there.
Grandborn, whatever. Whiskey 4-1, in order to make through the program, you need dedication, discipline, determination, discomfort tolerance, perfect attendance at all team meetings, and prompt payments of all fees. Steven Seagal is in Weight Watchers. So you're getting sneakier with the Seagal. I think every time now, maybe he's not slipping it in, and then he slips it in. Yeah, I love it. That's kudos to you on the creativity. Kyle 2.0 saying his favorite football movie is Radio. So we can all take a minute and force the vomit back down our throats. That is the most Oscar bait movie I have ever fucking seen in my life. Turns out we weren't teaching radio. Turns out radio was teaching us the whole time. I mean,
you know, it's funny you say that though. I will
Cuba
give
batting.
I will give the program credit. It is one of the few college football movies
that takes it
A lot of
seriously.
high school football, but like it's one of the.
I'll let you go, Michael.
Varsity Blues, you know,
Varsity
Friday
Blues is
Night
cool.
Lights, We Are Marshall, Remember the Titans,
It's high school.
Rudy.
That's college. That's what I'm saying.
The
There's a
Blind
few-
Side, The Blind Side.
The Blind Side
So
was high school. Are you listening to what I'm saying?
And he goes
I-
pro by the end.
And he
of
goes
it.
college.
Like, what
That
do you
doesn't
want? I
count.
don't
The
know.
majority of the movie's high school. That
I
counts.
I'm glad that you know
mean,
that though. You know The Blind Side. That's interesting.
I watch
I
sportsy stuff. I've
I'll
been
fire the first.
seen a game.
I'll
I
fire
did
the first-
hear different things about the new Jordan Peele produced Him. That is football.
I want
as
to
well.
watch that. I want to watch
Yeah.
That looks wild. I'm not gonna lie.
You gonna
Oh,
see that in the
cool.
theater, Mickey? Though,
So
Nah, probably not.
right now.
I'll throw the first fantasy shot out there because this world is clearly missing the version of this that could come out in 1994, 1995. Craig Sheffer in the pros, like that's what I want. Like I don't, I love James Caan, It'd be great to think he's there too. But maybe the interesting take would be that in like a big playoff game or something, like a division championship, it's Joe Kane's team versus James
So
Caan's team.
you want the program going
Kane
pro.
versus Caan.
That's what you want. That's the
You want what?
Yeah.
Program what?
going pro.
Yeah, I want the pro in the program.
James
Yeah,
Exactly.
that's cool. That's cool.
Jordan.
So it'd be like the
I
draft,
honestly,
maybe the
like,
schmoozing for the
you know,
draft.
I
Yeah,
thought
you could
about
like have
this.
that's the first act, you know.
I really thought about this, and like we talk about sequels and everything else like that, and I almost feel like I don't like when they do sequels to sports movies, and they don't often do it because there's not much more you can do. Like, I mean, like
Yeah,
I
that's
like
true. Major League
you know,
2 is
like
kind of,
you could get. I mean,
Still
like, but that's different. I like when when I think of Major League 2 and stuff like that.
it's like I
I'm
love
thinking
it, but it's like
more of a
clearly not.
comedy.
I like it, and I have watched and would eventually watch again the third one as well.
Oh wow, back to the minors. That's a fucking.
I wouldn't
you're
sit and
you're
watch
dying
all
alone
three.
there,
Just
man.
an anarchist. Like that's all.
I'm
you
not gonna
want.
cover you if you're on. You're going there.
I just feel like I just feel like it's something that you could do like the only movie that you can do after this one would have been you show them in the bowl or you have them the next year.
Well, I
you
think
have
Hey, the
that
next
whole-
season.
I think you
Program
make a
2,
point,
the next
Mickey.
season. I want to see the new group that comes in.
Yeah,
after.
I
'cause
think
you're
it's
gonna-
every year.
you're-
It's the program,
you're-
so it's every
you're gonna
year.
have-
What happens?
you're
Oh,
gonna
we're
have
Heisman
new
this year, we
guys.
got a bowl this year. You know.
The only ones that stick around would be obviously James Caan's still there. You have
Pick
you
up
have
right from where you
Sheffer,
ended. He's with the fat
you
coach
have-
and the other
you have
coach. and
Omar
they're going
Epps.
recruiting.
and then that's it. The rest of the guys are all new because
Yeah, I mean,
see,
see, that's the only thing for me is that this movie, I really like it, and I think it's a bit of assembled parts. It's big dash Major League, it's little dash blue chips with the recruiting, and Nick Nolte did that really well, and Shaq did that really well.
I mean, just a sprinkle of Johnny Be Good.
Yeah, and sprinkle some good football action like any given Sunday, because the football action is good. When the guys get hit in this, and the sound design is
good.
I thought the movie's great.
And a lot of movies don't do that right, you know.
But you could do that where it's the next season, and actually, I think it'd be interesting just as a small character. The linebacker or whatever it is, the guy that goes, the mom's hugging him at the end, is like
Alvin.
If he actually came back, like maybe it's 2 seasons down the line where Omar Epps is a senior now, but he comes back, like his legs healed enough. But you get a little bit of that. Like he can't.
There's a whole nother thing there though, Ian, where then a player has to appeal for more playing time and all this other stuff. And they just made a new rule off a current player. It's called the Diego Pavia rule. And it's like a guy playing now. There's a rule named after him.
Yeah.
But you can get all these other years of eligibility depending on what happened. Like COVID did a lot of weird stuff too.
Also remember the fact that, he probably wasn't doing well in school in general. So he would have to like if he wasn't a part of the program, quote unquote, like
okay, in movie
to go back,
people.
Honestly, for a sequel to this movie, I'd be fine just bringing anybody back that I possibly could. Obviously, maybe even Caan's son to play something like actually bring back
Caan.
Because then you got Latimer. Latimer is just like a complete just washout now.
No, what if it's the opposite? He's like pillar of his community. You know what I mean?
I mean, that's the thing. At the end of the day, like you could look at the end of the program and think that okay, it's over for Alvin Mack, but somehow Latimer makes it to the pros because he keeps doing steroids.
I wouldn't have mind
he's gonna
seeing
he's
Alvin
gonna
pick up a
die at
book,
40 years
like-
old, but he's gonna keep doing fucking steroids to go to the
for
NFL.
me, I think he doesn't play like James Caan doesn't let him play the bowl, and they already alluded to the fact that they're recruiting a replacement for him.
Yeah.
So I feel like his college career is done after that game.
I do want to see more of those assistant
You can see a redemption road, maybe. I mean, like if you did a sequel, maybe there was a redemption road. Maybe somebody gets injured, and like Caan's like, you know what? Let's see if Lattimore can get in there or whatever.
There
the case
was
may be.
another one I was thinking of. We talked about maybe a show, Blue Mountain State. That was the like comedy
the
football
show,
show.
show.
And I think they're coming back with more. That's the Jack Reacher guy, I think.
Yeah,
I
I
can
could see that,
appreciate-
but I could see the program
I'm gonna
being
take it
a
first
good
and 10.
show. Good show.
I can appreciate the St. Elmo's Fire aspect of this, that not all the people are good people. You know, Latimer's not a good guy.
Yes.
Like Bobby
Yeah.
Collins is not a good guy. Like, you
He's a
know,
horrible
Ray
guy.
Griffin's
He's
kind
a
of not
horrible
really
guy.
a good guy.
And the
Maybe
fact-
he makes one good block at the end of the game, but
coach
like,
on the other team.
what's
What's
that?
that?
What
Bobby
if,
Collins?
what if Kane's a coach on the other team? Like whatever at the ending, like that's how you get
Oh.
Rick Schaefer back. You know, he's
Oh.
a coach on. Yeah, he.
I mean, now, yes, obviously, if you make it today, Craig Sheffer's playing a coach and not a player
back
now.
then he was 87 years old. You could make it a couple.
Him
years
and Grieco were ageless. Like
Him
they're,
and Grieco.
they're, yeah, dude, they're
Yeah.
30-year-old teenagers,
Here's a
and that's the way I
question.
love it.
What's your favorite Craig movie? Like
Craig
what's
Sheffer
your
movie?
Yeah.
It's probably this.
Some
Like,
Kind
I
of
love
Wonderful.
Some
Yeah,
Kind
you
of
think so?
Wonderful, but I don't consider Some Kind of Wonderful
I
a
don't
Craig
even
Sheffer
want
movie.
to say it because I know
That's
what
an
you're
Eric
gonna
Stoltz
say.
movie. That's a John Hughes, Howard Deutsch movie.
I mean, I
you
kind
know.
of like Nightbreed, but
Nightbreed. Yep, that's definitely a
Nightbreed's
good
good.
one.
and
Fire
then
in the
there's
Sky
Fire
is
in the
great.
Sky is pretty good. A
There-
River
That
Runs
was
Through
then.
It
This
Fire
is
is
pretty good
now.
too.
There
Fire
was
with
a-
Fire.
Fire-
He's got a lot
Fire
of
in the
good
Sky
ones.
was Charlie Sheen as well, right?
No.
There's
No.
the TNT.
DB Sweeney.
There's a TNT
D.B. Sweeney.
Western called
Yeah, that's right.
Desperate Trail.
But River Runs Through It was pretty good too, with their fly
Yeah.
fishing
He
and
was in
him
a
and Brad Pitt.
River-
That was pretty
Pretty
good.
joint. He was in that weird Hellraiser movie. The dude's been all over. One Tree Hill. He's been in a lot of
Yeah,
cool
Not
that-
stuff.
that-
Inferno. How dare you?
Yeah, that was a horrible Hellraiser movie. But
Oh
They're
yeah, and
all
I was
terrible.
figuring out too. You know, this movie isn't just football. He plays tennis and racquetball with Christy Swanson. That's not so
That
bad.
is true. It is quite.
You play
the-
racquetball, I'm sure, at your country club.
You do anything Christy Swanson asked you to do. That's
You would too.
life. That's what I'm saying. That's
yeah.
the rule in life. She tells you to eat oil. You do it. Like you just. It doesn't matter. It's Christy Swanson.
I wouldn't have got my ass kicked in tennis though. I would have beat her. I think I could have beat her.
No mercy.
One is tennis.
well, tennis I would have lost to, but racquetball I would have been like, a king.
What happened to darts? Like, is that still a sport?
I mean, they're
happened to-
college kids on a college campus.
Where's
Like,
the
come on,
darts
they're
movie?
They're
That's what I
athletes. They're
wanna see.
NCAA athletes. I had a pitch that I actually wrote down for a change that I could
Please,
use
yeah.
if you'd like.
By all means.
So I wasn't sure about a title, but I think I like the program Second Down, like because I like the.
Oh,
numerous
I
Second
like
Down,
that. That's
The
fine.
ESU Wolves chase the national title, but behind closed doors, the players spiral into drugs, violence, and exploitation. A shocking midseason scandal, a gambling ring involving a defensive captain, threatens to implode the entire team. It's not just about winning games anymore, it's about surviving the machine. The program Second Down.
Ooh, I like it. I like it.
And then
So
it would
is
probably want to
Is this a time travel one where it's like, 95, 94?
No, this is a to be original.
I think I would catch it up. So I do like a legacy sequel now or a couple of years ago when a bunch of stuff started changing in college football. NIL is a thing now,
NIL,
name, image, likeness
yeah.
from a video game.
Yeah, I
and
mean,
a
you are our
lawsuit.
expert. We defer to you on the football side. for
Yeah,
sure.
and like so if you're a college athlete now, you can make a lot of money. Caitlin Clark made $4
Correct.
million in college.
Good,
Way
you
more than
should.
she's made in the pros already. And
Yeah.
Arch Manning, the son of I think it's actually
Rex Manning.
no, it's Eli and Peyton's brother. It's his
Oh,
kid.
Yeah, I
And he
think
was a
his
wide
name
receiver.
is. For some reason, I think his name was the dad was named Arch. As
Yeah,
well.
the dad is Archie. Arch. Yeah.
Get you guys.
But I think
Anyways,
the brother
anyways.
is.
No, none of you catch it. How?
Anyways, this kid, Ian, who plays quarterback for the University of Texas, is making $20 million to do it right now. So, like, that's the thing is they're getting paid now to
God
stay
forbid we
in
buy new
college.
textbooks.
So this movie could be even more relevant than that movie was at that time. Like,
I do
it
agree.
could-
Honestly, I do like the idea of taking. Like I said, I think for me, it's just the program isn't serious enough.
Yeah, yeah. You
I
wanted a
really
different.
do. I
director.
would love to have that dirty, gritty, like
You want Paul Thomas Anderson in here. and doing
yeah,
his
I
thing.
want that version of the program. That's what I would love to see.
Yeah.
I mean,
I think
maybe
it
if
was
it's the
pretty gritty
Magnolia
for the
program, if it's
Oh,
like
you know
Tom
what?
Cruise
Actually,
coming
I
out
don't
at
know.
halftime
Everybody's
saying,
freaking out
"Respect
about
the
his
cock,"
new movie.
like-
Do you
And
know
I'm
who
like,
would be
it's
good?
based off a book?
Have you guys seen The Long Walk yet, or Licorice
No,
Pizza?
no, I haven't seen it. Yeah.
Cooper Hoffman. Oh my God, why am I blanking his name? Philip Seymour Hoffman's son.
Okay.
He looks. I mean, he's got that college football look, and The Long Walk. He really shows some really good acting. I think whatever like this sequel is, I think you should cast him. I think he would be perfect in that like college football. He's got that look. He's got that built. that farmer.
Yeah, and you know what? I'll say like I want Zac Efron to be like a Lattimore.
Oh my gosh, I see it especially with his new jaw kind of thing going on. Like,
been there.
He's probably too old to play a college student now, though.
He could play an assistant coach,
the
like almost a Ted Lasso
audacity
type of thing.
you and Craig Schaefer, literally older than the oldest Southern general.
First of all, all right, enough of this slander. All right,
Him and
the best
Christy
part
Swanson
of this
natural.
movie. The best part of this movie is the chef salad, and you fucking know it, all right? Craig Sheffer is a fucking American icon. The man got done wrong. We needed more of this guy, and we didn't get enough. We will never have enough. I'll never get over it. He's Greco, Michael Pare, Michael Bean status to me. Like, he's in the elite guys that we should have gotten more from.
We do know that his dad will never see him again, because he will never see his
know.
Dad.
Well, he's never going to see him play.
I'm not going to lie. I really expected them to pull this Hopper sitting there.
But it's the 90s. The dad should show up. Exactly. But no, this movie's unique. This movie's special.
So
that was brave.
That's the grittiness. That's the grittiness.
That is brave. I will give you that. That was brave. I was like, wow, they didn't pull that one. Oof.
There's a lot about this movie that just makes it a little unique for the time and for now. It's got a little bit more meat on its bones than the average fucking sport jock movie. And I think it masters the art of, sport movies have to not be about sports. It's a metaphor, Rocky is not about boxing. If you walk away from Rocky and you think that, you totally didn't get the fucking movie at all. So I think
Jock Jams won't be the soundtrack to this movie.
No, but you know what it is? Okay, this redeemed it. The fact that they had Good Things by the Bodines, now you had me sold.
Some of the music was good. Yeah. It's not very often you hear Guns N' Roses in a movie and be like, yeah, that works. That's good.
That, and I do love the Major League, score that, the same composer, I forget the name escapes me at the moment.
Yeah, it's so similar. It
is very much, I mean, Joe Kane might as well be Rick Vaughn, because they have the same, blues guitar themes.
He's out there doing his thing.
But you're saying that, but do you see what I'm talking about? I'm going into this and I'm watching the first stuff and I'm like, oh, this is going to be funny. Okay, I like this. Nope.
I did like how some of the actual football action plays into the melodrama, like when the one running back totally whiffs his block
Misses
on purpose.
The block.
Yeah, you don't do that. That's how people get killed. Like that's a big deal, and that's something that happens in college football. So that was another controversial thing that was really cool to see on screen. And Mickey clocked it too, so that's how I know it's good. Sitting there and all your KC stuff has nothing to do with this movie.
So
I always go more pro.
Yeah, let me ask you something, Mickey. Where did Patrick Mahomes play college?
Texas Tech.
Nice. Yeah. See, you know more college than you say.
Yeah.
Well,
no,
maybe someday we'll talk.
I follow enough.
What happened to Deion Sanders?
He's the coach of University of Colorado.
Colorado.
Right.
Yeah, Colorado head coach.
University of Colorado.
Both his sons just got drafted. Controversially.
I remember a classmate had a poster when I was a kid. I don't.
Oh yeah. Prime time.
Deion
baby.
was the man back then. He played both sides of the field, man.
No, he's a coach. Guy. He's not necessarily successful, but he also Mickey, didn't he have he had diabetes or something and had some toes removed or something like that?
Yeah, well, I don't think I think they saved it. He was gonna get his foot amputated, I believe.
Yeah. So that happens.
I think they saved it though.
We're getting away from things here, but
I do. We are. But I do want to just again shine praise on Dwayne Davis one more time, who played Alvin Mack. Turn from the Terminator to the teary, broken voice, tearful voice. I'm never gonna play again, am I? Let the paramedics sort him out. All that stuff is so good.
He did
and
so
also,
much more.
he was on a run. I just want to say this. He was on a run at this time where he would. I think one of his next joints was Little Big League, where he actually plays a baseball player who's aging out of his pro career, and that scene that he has in that where he's like, what am I supposed to tell my wife, that I got fired, but it's okay because he likes my baseball card? This guy was capable of a lot more than he got to do. He was in summer school. He went to the bathroom for 6 weeks.
Oh,
he was Buster Douglas in the HBO Tyson joint. There's a lot of this dude was fucking great. I love this.
A redeeming storyline for him would have been that he eventually rejoins the college program to be a coach, a linebacker coach.
That he gets an education.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah, he gets an education, but like he becomes a linebacker coach, and
just some
you
of
never
his
know.
lines and the nuance, like when they're with the boosters and he's like telling them about taking the money. He's like, "Oh, I'll take that off of you until you figure it
Yeah.
out." Like when he
You'll make
talks to him,
500 tonight.
I mean, he uses some language too. Like he says some stuff, that's pretty gritty stuff. He's laying out how this shit goes. And, they'll give you free grades. They'll give you the test ahead of time. Like, don't even worry about it. That shit, that would get you bounced. Like, damn. That's crazy. He's just casually dropping it. Like, he does a good job. He's got those eyes. He really locks eyes.
I like the academic professor with the eyebrows. I like that guy.
Yeah.
Of course you do. Yeah,
Wait,
Ian's
the dork guy in the court setting? That
Yeah.
guy? Yeah.
But
Ian's-
and then
Ian-
that's a great scene for James Caan too. James Caan has to vouch for a dude that basically got his daughter kicked out of college.
Yeah.
That's
And-
why, like,
and-
I wanted him to beat the crap out of him. It's like, give me a Sonny Corleone on this guy.
There's
Well, at
even
least
more
he-
talent
he-
there.
he
That's
spills
what's
the
her
Gatorade,
name
tells him
from
to clean it
Chasing
up, at
Amy,
least.
right?
Exactly.
I
He-
forget
I
her
did
Shout
name.
out to
like
Joey,
it.
shout out to Joey Lauren Adams too.
Joey Lauren
Um,
Adams, yeah.
Also, I do want to say we are a little bit over time here, but Whiskey 4 with a couple disclaimers at the end of the chat
Overtime.
here. First disclaimer: the views expressed in the chat are not those of Fandom, Spotlight, VCR Redux, blonde Christy Swanson, brunette Christy Swanson's mom jeans, Kubiak, or the 1984 Miami Dolphins. He also says Craig Sheffer's hairline was adequate for college. Some of us were balding in high school. So I do think Craig Sheffer does deserve the Most Improved Hairline Award, because when I met him, his hairline was significantly better than it was in this movie, and it looked incredibly natural. So whatever he did it right. I know he is.
Keep doing
He
it.
definitely deserves that Social Security check.
Well, I know I think he is a cancer survivor as well. So whatever he did to restore his hair is well earned and well deserved, and for the gems this man has given us on the silver screen. So share those secrets, please, Chef. I could use all the help I could get.
Chef's kiss.
Chef's kiss, yeah, total chef salad, chef's kiss. High on Joe Caan. This movie is 2 thumbs up, fine holiday fun.
Joe
So-
Caan. You get high, you get high, you get high.
Oh man,
on Joe
if we-
Caan.
Split a
Do you
I
think he
love
got
it.
the Heisman though? That's the big question. Do you think he
Yes, Joe Caan wins the Heisman the following year, no doubt about it. So I guess it is time for me to say then, if you came here for the highbrow energy, then you need to be on the lookout for Ian's B-movie challenge on Billy the Kid versus Dracula, as well as the Cthulhu Dreams anthology featuring his short story Now I See.
Yes, thank you, Kickstarter fans, for contributing. It was awesome.
Nice.
Oh, glad to see the people support a good cause. And if you came here for the football, then you definitely want to check out Michael on his newest episode of the Alumni Game podcast, diving into what's really going on with South Carolina football, available on YouTube now. And if you came here because you're like, I can't believe these guys are talking about the program from 1993, then you definitely want to check out our back catalog of over 200 episodes, because we are your people and it's our life's work to keep your favorite random VCR era movies alive. And to exacerbate the point, you Fandom fans definitely want to tune in next Wednesday at 9 p.m. when we kick off 5 weeks of 80s horror October for our American Werewolf in London episode. As always, if you enjoyed this video, the best way to help is to smash that like button and leave a comment telling us what movie or TV franchise that you want us to cover on a future episode of VCR Redux. And since you're already doing that, you might as well go ahead and like, subscribe, and follow Fandom Spotlight, the Alumni Game Podcast, and Pop Culture Punk. Till then, back up those Betamax, rewind those Laserdiscs. We'll see you at the movies.
Seriously, I don't get the yellow line. Somebody's got to explain the yellow line.